Welcome to Ty and Rye, the Finance Guys Market Mini Report, a short podcast that updates you on the past week's important topics and trends. Remember, this is not an offer to sell, and past performance does not guarantee future returns. Here are Ty Hansen and Ryan Robertson.
Hello and welcome to the Market Report, Market Mini Report for the week ending September 3rd. All in all, it was a pretty good week. Nothing too fancy. Markets were up about 0.25% to about 0.5% in that range. Bonds are still flat and doing okay, but nothing too crazy there. Again, for the most part, markets have been relatively quiet. Nothing too crazy. So from the economic data standpoint, it was a little bit. I mean, nothing too scary or too shocking that would make you, head for the hills or want to look at making any changes with your monies. But the job creation report today was a little bit underwhelming, a little bit lower than expectations. There's really that's being still hindered by hospitality and restaurant, things like that. So nothing unexpected, but still a little bit under what analysts had projected. Anytime analysts are wrong, they don't like that. They don't feel good about that. The other thing too, there was a consumer sentiment report that came out Tuesday, and that was also a little bit underwhelming, a little bit worse than had been expected. Again, just the whole point here, the whole idea here across the board is that with the Delta variant, with COVID. Things like that, there's still some trepidation out in the markets right now. Again, on all the markets did well. Looking over the last month, markets did really well over the month of August. I mean, basically everything's up between about 3 to 4%. So pretty good little run. One thing to watch out for, we definitely see this fairly often in September, where you'll get this weird test or resistance after the summer months are over. September usually tends to see some lag and even some sell-off. We've seen that the last few years. So again, I don't like to always put too much thought into that, just because each year is a little bit different. There's different factors going on. But anyways, just some food for thought there. All in all, very happy with where things are at. Again, big picture this year, the biggest concern has been inflation. Right. And all things being equal, where we're at today versus where I had kind of thought we'd be last January, in my opinion, I think we're actually in a pretty good spot. I think we're better than expected. So, hang in there. Things are good. Again, enjoy a long weekend with Labor Day. And so we, as you notice, a little different backdrop here. We're expanding and growing. So we've moved into a little bit bigger, a little bit more accommodating office space for our team. So in the coming weeks and stuff, you'll see a little bit more pizzazz here for the podcast and for everything. So anyways, appreciate the listen. Check us out, tyandrye.com. Again, remember too, if you have any thoughts or ideas on some things that we should talk about in our regular podcast, we'd love to hear it. Feel free to email us. The main email is support@myprosperteam.com. Again, that's support@myprosperteam.com. And again, we appreciate the listen and have a great long weekend.
Thanks for listening to Ty and Rye, the Finance Guys. This is our weekly market mini report. New episodes of this will be put out every Monday, so make sure you don't miss those. Also, the longer podcasts, more in-depth discussions, those will drop every Saturday. So subscribe on your favorite podcast platform, or follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube at Ty and Rye Podcast. That way you don't miss any new episodes. Thanks for listening, everybody. Hope you have a great week.